I request everybody to be muted, please, if you don't mind. Please, sir. Keep your phones on mute. Thank you. And here, whatever the screen which I'm showing, this is a certification question. Very important. One or two questions can be expected as a basic introduction from SAP S4HANA and SAP HANA. This is a very good information screen actually. So whatever the discussion we have been done from our last 4 classes, so everything is going to be consolidated into one screen. This is what we have been discussed. So why, what are the, okay, when I call it as a enabler for the digital transformation, what do you mean by digital transformation? The digital transformation is nothing but you're moving on from SAP ECC to SAP S4HANA. So SAP S400 next generation business suite, which is fully built on in-memory HANA database, which is also called as a digital transformation. Means you're moving out from the logical to the digital transformation process into the world. So when I'm moving on to the digital transformation, one is nothing but HANA, which is going to be called as a database. Second one is nothing but we see the simplified data processing. We see a lot of simplifications of the data processing. And the third one is nothing but the Fury. Yesterday we discussed about this concept of Fury. What is the Fury? How it is going to work? What are the Fury apps which are available if I go for SAP S4HANA Fury? Now, if I come to the SAP HANA, yes, this is very, very important. We have seen the logic of merging of SAP OLAP and OLTP process into one. One is OLAP and OLTP both are going to be merged. 100% certification question. This is a 100%. The first or second question will be this question only. If you're applying for associate level certification, okay, what are the advantages? Okay, they'll give us the what are the underlying advantages of using SAP HANA as a database for SAP S4HANA. So they will give you 4 options. Out of 4 options, you need to select these 3 are very, very important. I mean, these 3 are going to be the correct answers for that. What is the Prem? Please rejoin the session. Okay. Prem is looking out. Okay, so one is the OLEP and OLTP together are going to merge, and second one is in-memory compression. Okay, in-memory compression. As I discussed that. Okay, HANA database. Okay, we have 2 advantages. Earlier, whatever the database we are going to be using, earlier means I'm talking about before HANA. I'm talking about Oracle or DBMS or any database you're taking. So that database is only as a purpose of DM. Okay, database management. Okay, that is only for the database. That is serving only as a database. Now, when I'm migrating your database from SAP any database to SAP HANA database, SAP HANA database is comprised of the 2 things. One is DB. It is a DB and it is also a DBMS. Very, very important this is. It is a DB and it is also a DBMS. So DB is nothing but database, and apart from the DB, it is also going to do the DBMS activity as well. DBMS is nothing but database management service also. Okay, so it is serving you 2 purposes. It is not only storing the data, into the database, but apart from that, it is also doing your DBMS activity, database management service activity also. So here, if you see that it is a completely in-memory comparison and the increase in the speed. Why? What is the meaning of increase in the speed? The increase in the speed is nothing but now you are going to have the complete views over here in the HANA. Okay, we have a complete views on the top of your database table. So automatical views, you can develop as many, you can map different tables into one table. Okay, you can construct so many models on the database tables. So these models, so whatever the query you are going to be sending, so the query will consume the data from this particular views and it will give the report to you. So now the speed is going to be very, very important for us. So this is about the SAP HANA database. So when I talk about the HANA, it is the OLAP, OLTP process combined, and it is second one is going to be the in-memory transition, and the third one is going to be called as a increase in the speed. So this we have seen. Okay, next one. When I come into the simplified process, very, very important. Digital transformation consists of 3 processes. One is the SAP HANA simplified and the Fury. So when you see the simplification, now from today onwards, we don't have any aggregates and the indexes. As I told you, okay, I had gone through one of the screen where on the database table we have so many aggregates and indexes earlier to streamline the performance of the database. Okay, so ABAPers, they used to have so many aggregates on the top of your database to optimize the performance on the database table. So now these no aggregates, no indexes now from today onwards. No aggregates and the no indexes. Everything will be consume the data from the database directly. So high flexibility and the throughput. Yes, very good. Yes, we have a very high flexibility, and the throughput is also very, very good now. It is 3 times, 4 times much better than my data which is getting extracted from your SAP ECC to SAP S4HANA. And the throughput data reduction, data footprint reduction. In last class we have seen, if I move the data from any database, 593 GB of data is moving on to the, okay, if I move on to the HANA, it is getting compressed up to 253. From 253, if I'm moving the data to SAP S4HANA, it is consuming up to 54. From 54 to, if I'm moving the database to the actuals are only 8.4 GB. So we can see there is a data footprint reduction also. We can see there is a data footprint reduction from the database point of view. And the last but not the least, we have seen the Fury yesterday. It's a completely role-based, web-based, and it is all the devices, and it is a role-based. So, and web-based is nothing but it's completely based on the HTTP. Okay, so you can give for login. Okay, you can give website. Okay, you can log into the website and you can give the user ID and the credentials like that. Okay, so it is divisible. And it is, okay, decisive, predictive, and the simulative. So it is a completely predictive analytical process. So completely, the analytical process is going to be working on with the Fury. So all putting together is known as a digital transformation over here. So these all the classes, whatever the classes we have discussed from past 4 days. So these are points we have been covered here. These are the points we have been covered till yesterday here. So this screen is very, very important. Actually, you can expect 1 or 2 questions from this screen. Damn sure questions, 100%. So any doubts in this, all this? Any doubts do you have till yesterday? Till yesterday, do we have any kind of doubts? Anybody has any doubts?
No, we are good, Mahesh.
Hey, Basha, Prem still, he's unable to hear a voice, it seems. So can you, could you please connect to his network and see? I mean to say that, can you share something as take the login credential, take the desktop control and see?
Sure, Mahesh. We'll take care.
Yeah, please. Okay, so this is about the concept of SAP S4HANA digital transformation. Okay, so simplified SAP HANA and the Fury. Okay. Now, yes, I am a customer. Now. Okay. Okay. I am the customer. I can take about two customers here. Okay. One is going to be called as existing customer. And second one, I can take him as a new customer. Now, he wants to move on to the digital transformation process now. Okay, now he wants to move from SAP ECC to digital transformation. Digital transformation, nothing but he wants to move on to the SAP S4HANA with the underlying database as the Fury. Now, what options you are going to be providing for the both? Okay, existing customers are there and the new customers are there. So when I go into the transition scenarios, when I want to transit, very, very important here. When I want to transit, okay, there are 3 transition scenarios SAP is providing you. 3 transition scenarios SAP is providing you. See, there are a lot of people, they are getting confused between the deployment options and the transition scenario. Deployment options are completely different from the transition scenario. I'll give the differentiation also, okay? So when an existing customer or a new customer is there, so when I want to move on to the digital transformation world to the SAP S4HANA with underlying HANA as a database, how many options are there? Okay, there are 3 options are there. One is going to be called a system conversion. Certification question it is. System conversion. Second one is going to be called as a new implementation. Third one is nothing but landscape transformation. Landscape transformation. So these are the 3 important transition scenarios. These are not the deployment options actually. These are going to be called as the 3 transition scenarios in our SAP S4HANA. So what are the deployment options? Can somebody tell me what are the deployment options?
Their migration, right?
No, No. Migration is nothing but the system conversion, sir.
Deployment is nothing but as it is system dumping.
No.
On-premise, cloud, or
Exactly. There are three deployment options are there. One is going to be called as on-premise. Okay, second one is going to be called as the cloud. And in this cloud, we have two clouds are there. One is a private cloud, another one is going to be called as a public cloud. And the third one is going to be called as the hybrid. Hybrid is the combination of both on-premise and the cloud. Yeah. So these are the three deployment options. These are not the transition scenarios. Very, very important here. So these are the three deployment options, and these are the three transition scenarios in our SAP S4HANA. So when I call them, when I take an existing customer or a new customer, okay, very, very important. So, okay, so when I take an existing customer, when I call him as existing customer, he's already there into the SAP world. He's already been using the SAP from many years. Mean to say that, okay, from last 2010 or 2007 or 2006, he's into the SAP world. So he's an existing customer. When I choose this customer, when I'm asking go for the transition scenarios, so for this existing customer, all these transition scenarios are going to be applicable. He can do the system conversion. If not the system conversion, he can go with the greenfield implementation. If not the greenfield implementation, he can consolidate all the systems into one system, which is going to be called as the landscape transformation also. Okay, this is one of the options. But if he is a new customer, a new customer cannot go for the system conversion. It is very, very important. Why? Because new customer is not an existing customer. Now he want to go with an SAP S4HANA. So here there is only one option where we are going to be calling it as the greenfield implementation, which is called as the new implementation. So like this, now we need to provide the choice of deployment with the transition scenarios. Whether you want to go with on-premise, whether you want to go for a cloud, whether you want to go for a hybrid. Now the SAP consultant, now the SAP existing customer. Now forget about the new customer now. Forget about the new customer for a meanwhile. For a meanwhile, just forget about this customer now. Now he is an existing customer. The existing customer, he has taken the choice of deployment as the on-premise. He has taken the choice of deployment of on-premise, not the cloud. If I taken the choice of deployment as the on-premise, okay, very, very important, please. This logic is very, very important here. If I take any choice of deployment, please, very, very important. I'm just putting arrow mark also for you. Now, if I taken the choice of deployment as a on-premise, is the system conversion is okay for me? Yes, 100%. Can I go with the new greenfield implementation? Yes. If you don't want to go for the system conversion, if you want to come out from the SAP ECC boxes to the new SAP S4HANA boxes, yes, I can go with the new greenfield implementation. Yeah, I have many clients. I mean to say that I have many system landscape process. Can I consolidate all the systems into one SAP S4HANA? Yes, definitely. So here, if I go an existing customer with on-premise, all the three options can be given to him. All the three transition scenarios are going to be applicable for him. Very, very important this is. Very, very important here. Now, second option. Hey, Rahul, I don't want to go with on-premise. I want to go with the cloud. I want to go with a cloud. If you want to go with the cloud, okay, you cannot go with the system conversion because yes, you already been into the SAP S4. You are already been into the SAP ECC system. Okay, you have the data into the SAP Oracle or something other databases. Now, if I want to choose the system conversion, no. For any customer, existing customer, if you want to go with the cloud, there is no system conversion process in the cloud. Very, very important. You can go with the greenfield implementation. You can go with only one option that is going to be called as a greenfield implementation only. Cloud, we don't have any system conversion process. Very, 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 very important. If you want to go with on-premise, I can go with the system conversion. If you don't want the system conversion, I can go with the greenfield implementation. But when I come to the cloud, only one option that is going to be called as a greenfield implementation, which is called as a new implementation. So based on the deployment options, based on the transition scenario, how the SAP is going to convince us. Okay, now let me see all the things into the classes here. I think you got the differentiation between the transition scenarios and the deployment options. Anybody has any doubts in these three?
Yes, Mahesh, so you mentioned, right, if somebody existing customer already have on cloud, right, then what they do?
Existing customer is already there in the cloud.
Yes.
So so what exactly you are expecting from him?
So they want to change, right? So they already have ECC in cloud. So what they do?
So they have already ECC in the cloud. So if they want to merge the systems as a cloud, then they have to come out from the SAP on-premise and they have to go for the cloud.
Okay.
ECC system cannot work with the conversion, sir. That is what I'm telling. ECC system cannot go for the conversion process with the cloud option. We have only one. Go with the greenfield implementation, and later you can consolidate your systems.
Okay.
Mahesh,
And there is one-
what is landscape transfer?
Landscape transformation means, for example, if you have multiple systems with you, you want to consolidate everything into one system. That is the landscape transformation process.
Okay.
Now, there is a one more also, which is called as a central finance. This central finance is the one more deployment option actually. It's the central finance deployment options. Now, okay, you have three systems, okay? Okay, for example, you have a SAP system. This is the SAP 4.7. Example I'm taking. SAP 4.7 system with you, and you have a one more system also. Yours is a very big company. You have a one more system also that is going to be called as SAP ECC system also, because latestly you have merged with another company, means you have acquired a new company. That new company is using SAP 4.7 only. But at present you have the SAP ECC system. Okay, now you have non-SAP systems also with your company. Apart from that, you have a non-SAP systems also. This is your landscape actually. This is your landscape. Okay, this is your landscape. Now, in each and every systems are isolated. Each and every system is isolated. 4.7 system is completely isolated. This is the newly acquired company. Okay, where they are using the 4.7. So as it is, you are taken. You have your own SAP ECC box and you have non-SAP systems also. So if I see here, day-to-day transactions are getting posted in all the three different servers. All the financial accounting transactions are getting posted in each and every system. So when I come to the month-end closing activity, so what I have to do? So there is no consolidation process here. I had to do the month-end processing in the 4.7. I had to do the month-end processing in the 6.0, and I had to do the month-end processing in all the non-SAP systems. Then I had to take the consolidation report and I had to do the final consolidation for the month-end reporting purpose. So every time this is the activity I had to do. So now what is the SAP is telling that now this particular current client, he don't want to go with the consolidation process right now. What do you mean by consolidation here? Now he don't want to convert, he don't want to bring all the systems into one system right now. I don't want to do this activity right now. Why? Because it is a very typical landscape. It is a unharmonized process right now. Later on I can see, but can you please provide me one solution in SAP S4HANA where I can do all this financial accounting process in one system right now. Just I want to bring everything into one system. All what I will do, every day I will do the transactions in 4.7, 6.0, but in non-SAP system. But at present, I don't want to come out from all the system because it is a very typical. It's a very complex and it is a very sensitive. I don't want to go right now. In future, I can see definitely. But is there any process in our SAP S4HANA where I can consolidate all the financial accounting transactions into one system, where I can do all the financial transaction accounting process and the month-end process into one system? So in this case, what I'm going to do, I'm going to provide you an option which is called as a central finance. What I will do, yes, you do one thing, take a license of SAP S4HANA Finance. Yes, take a license of SAP S4HANA Finance. This is SAP S4HANA box. We have a classes on this. Don't worry, okay? Just it's an overview. This is the complete central finance system for you. This is the central finance system for you. So you have taken a license of SAP S4HANA Finance. And what I will do, you need to take a license of SLT also. This is going to be called as SLT system, middleware. system landscape transformation. Okay, this is the SLT system. Now what I will do, all the three are getting connected to, all the three different servers are getting connected to your SLT. And what this SLT will do, it will get posting to your SAP S4HANA system. Very, very important. And this is the complete architecture of your SAP S4HANA Central Finance. This is how the SAP S4HANA Central Finance look like. Now, whenever you're posting any documents in 4.7, for example, I'm posting something like I'm posting a salaries account. Please, please, if you don't mind, please, I just want a complete mute off. Please. Thank you. Okay, bank account. Oh, this is the accounting entry I'm posting in my 4.7. Example I'm telling. Now, when this document has got posted, I see there is a document is getting created in my SAP 4.7. Okay, in my database. Now, parallelly, I can see this document is getting also get transformed to SLT, and it get posting to my SAP S4HANA database also from today onwards. So here that is the database. Now I can see this is the database. Now this is the SAP HANA database, and I can see the document is also getting posted in my HANA database. So now from today onwards, whatever the documents you're posting, whatever the financial accounting documents you're posting in various systems, I can see the document is also getting transformed to my SAP S4HANA, and all the documents are getting posted in my HANA database from today onwards. So I'm not disturbing your existing landscape system. I'm not disturbing your existing landscape system here. Your existing landscape system will remain as it is, but I have made it as an interface with SLT, and I can see the documents are getting posted. So 4.7 documents are getting posted in SAP HANA, and ECC 6 documents are getting, non-SAP documents are getting posted. So when it comes to the month-end closing activity, no need to get all the data from all the three different systems. Now just get logged into the SAP S4HANA, and you can complete all your month-end processing and the financial closing aspects in the SAP S4HANA from today onwards. So this process is going to be called as a central finance system. This is going to be called as a sidecar approach. This process is called as a sidecar approach. So this is also one of the deployment options which I'm going to be providing to all the consultants. Transition scenario. And later on, slowly, after 1 year or 2 years later on, what you can do, you can merge your 4.7 to 4 into the SAP S4HANA. You can merge your 6.0, and you can merge, and finally you can deactivate all the systems from out. You don't want to work all the systems. So slowly you can do the landscape transformation. Slowly you can do the landscape transformation, and you can work on with one system after next 1 year or 2 years like this. So this is the process which is going to be called as SAP S4HANA Central Finance System.
Hey Mahesh, so is SLT a separate application of SAP, or it's a program of within S4HANA?
No, it's a separate interface system actually. SLT is a separate interface system, which is a SAP tool only. It is not other tool. It is a SAP tool provided by the SAP, where it is going to be used as the interface between the source system to the target system.
So we need to purchase a license for this as well, right?
Exactly. So this is one of the options actually. This is the central finance system. Completely the data processing which is going to be happening between the central finance. I hope I have the diagram, but I'll let me see the diagrams are going to be applicable or not. Okay.
Oh, sorry, Mahesh. Go back to your previous introduction about if a client has ECC in cloud, now they want to move to S4HANA. So can we using system conversion method?
No. Cloud cannot be converted, or on-premise cannot be converted to the cloud. You have to go with a greenfield implementation only. No other option.
So we must to do the new implementation, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Thank you. So what is suggested method? Because there are so many options, right? Usually we go to client, they ask us to give them proposal, whether they do new implementation or do their system conversion. They may select the one with less effort. So what is your suggestion usually?
See, if he's a new customer, very definitely I can tell him that, okay, so I'll provide these are the deployment options. I can tell them what are the advantages and everything. See, if you go to the cloud, there's only one thing which I'm telling to all the consultants or something like the client customer. Your system maintenance and the system performance, everything will be taken care from the SAP. So you don't have your own dedicated IT team. So all the processes are going to be controlled in the cloud. So if you want to implement a new process in the cloud, so you have to go with the next quarterly release version, and you have to implement that particular. When you go for the on-premise, you have a lot of advantages because your system is not controlled with SAP. Your system is controlled with sorry. Your system is controlled by your own dedicated IT team. So whenever you want to go for any kind of upgrades, or whenever you want to go for any kind of patches upgrade, or whenever you want to implement any note or downtime, it is controlled by your own IT dedicated team. If you want to implement a new process, if you want to redesign your process, everything is controlled by you. Your own dedicated IT team is there with you. So you have your own system at your place. So you can play like anything. Okay, but use the SAP best practices. Don't deviate from the SAP best practice. Configure your system with SAP best practice. So tomorrow, if you have any kind of problem, something like if you are feeling something, okay, something like your process is not working as per the expected, so you can take the help of the SAP, so they can log in and they can correct your process. So there are advantages are there if I go for on-premise. If I go for the cloud, yes, one advantage is nothing but you are very free from the systems. Why? Because the systems are going to be controlled from the SAP side. So first of all, we need to bring the awareness about the client. We need to bring the awareness about the on-premise and the cloud, and let the choice has been given to the client whether they want to go with on-premise or whether they want to go with the cloud. But according to my experience, I'm telling, in my past 4 to 5 years of experience in SAP S4HANA, okay, 80% of the clients, 80% of the customers, they have been migrated and they have chosen as a greenfield implementation as a on-premise, not as a cloud.
Okay, they choose new implementation.
Exactly.
On-premise, because
On-premise.
I think, but on-premise, because they have special process, right? They don't want to SAP standard process.
Exactly. You are correct. You are absolutely correct. There are special processes out there. I'll tell you one thing actually. See, this is what the latest one. One second.
Mahesh, there are some messages. There are a couple of they don't
because
hear.
see, yeah, correctly. But I see the message. I'm just deviating from the subject. That is what exactly.
Oh, okay.
So the flow is very good actually. What is you have to speak up. He does not read the message. Okay, I understand that. What is the difference between the SLT and the EDH? See, SLT is nothing. Enterprise of Data Hub is completely different actually. Enterprise Data Hub is completely where you are controlling your data. That is completely different concept which is controlled by your data management activity hub. Okay, so SLT is the system actually. SLT is the system where it is the process of interfacing between your source system. If you have the source system 1, 2, 3 different systems you have, so whenever you want to control the data from the source system to the SAP S4HANA system, whenever you want to see the financial posting from the source system to the SAP S4HANA system, so I should have some middleware. So that middleware is nothing but your SLT. That is going to be called as system landscape transformation system actually. We can call it as. See, for example, we might have worked with the integration with so many banks actually. So when I do the payments in SAP, to the vendor, if a .xml file is going to be triggered, or a flat file, or a DME file, whatever the file, so that file will be transmitted to your Bank of America server through some middleware actually. Maybe I'm using the PS module, project system module, or maybe I'm using any other something something other like third-party interface like BizTalk or something like. So this BizTalk or something like third-party interfaces, what it will do, it will take the DME file or the .xml file and it will transmit it to your Bank of America server. And the Bank of America server will automatically trigger a mail. So they will open that file and they will make the payment to the vendors. So that is the interface. The same part of interface I'm using here in the central finance. So that SLT process is a completely different, and the EDH process is completely, which is going to be called as a data hub. Data hub is completely different actually. What is the next one? Thanks. Then it is possible to have an interface from the DTH to central finance? No. No, no, don't. We don't have that option of a complete centralized process of DTS to central finance now. As of now. Okay. So this is the new series actually. So this is the new series of document actually. So
One
I
question here, just a second. So when
yes,
we
again.
SLT, right? So do we need to know SLT as a functional consultant or the finance to do the
No, no. See, SLT we don't need to any kind of SLT from the SLT point of view. So it is not our part of duty. SLT is going to be controlled by the technical team, where all the technical interfaces are going to be happen. Your all the data fields, whatever the fields are there, whatever the fields you're transmitting to the SAP S4 HANA. So all these fields are getting interface in the SLT. Means their mapping is going to be done in the SLT. So it is not your part. It is going to be controlled by your technical part. Means your technical consultants will going to work on that. As a functional, we are not bothered about the SLT process. If something goes wrong in the SLT, it is up to the duty of the ABAPers, not from your side. Clear, sir?
Yes, thanks, Mahesh.
So only our from the central finance point of view, what are the process has to be integrated and what configurations you are done. That is only the thing we have to do that. This is very, very important. Okay. See here. This is what exactly the new one. Okay, so this I just got it from when I went into when I've been traveled to Netherlands for the SAP Decade for the as a coordinator. So I just got all these documents from there. So I'll also share this document with you, all of you also. Okay, now see. So our friend is asking whether I want to go with the new implementation, with the new innovation. So what are the advantages I'm going to be getting with the new advantages? So these are the existing customers. We have taken the feedback of all the existing customers. You can take these are the already existing customers who have been transmitted their world into the SAP digital transformation to the SAP S4 HANA. See, very, very important. So they have been already been using it to the SAP on-premise, not in the cloud. I'm talking about SAP on-premise. They have been moved into the like Nestle, okay, like Sabria, and we have taken up the top customers who have been working in SAP S4 HANA. They have given the complete information. Okay, this is the new innovations which are bringing down to the SAP S4 HANA, and these are the business outcomes. What are the benefits they are going to be seeing here? Improved customer satisfaction, 10 to 20% of the results are expected. It is approximately they have given. It can be more than that. Okay, and reduce the inventory level 30%. Okay, reduce the logistic costing 20%. Reduction in days to the close the books of account. It is up to the 50%. It's a great achievement actually. So many of the customers are looking out for the books of account close, whether it is a quarterly or monthly or annually. 50% of the process have been improved a lot. See the difference over here. When I call from the business point of view, reduction in AP errors, payable errors, that is going to be the 6%. Improvement in the sales productivity, 15%. And the reduction in the reporting cost, now it is going to be up to 10%. See the difference here. So these are the differences. These are the live differences. I mean, these are the live data which we have got it from the customers after they move on to the SAP S4HANA on-premises. How optimized the system is going to be working for them. It is not the data which have been brought down. This is the data which has been given after the survey has been done. After the rigorous survey has been done, this is the output of the data. I mean, that this is the output of the business outcomes. So this is the transformation to the digital economy. This is the transformation to the digital transformation. We can call it as the digital transformation of the world. Okay, now earlier this is the add-on. Earlier you have SAP S4 and a 1503. The 1503 is nothing but it is the add-on. As we discussed that it is the add-on. It is not an application. SAP Simple Finance. We call it as a SAP Simple Finance. Okay, and at the same time you are using the database as a HANA database. Very, very important. Many people will be in the confusion that okay. Hey, 1 second. I'll open in your PPT. Now. Mahesh, okay, tell me one thing that now we are into the SAP ECC with SAP Simple Finance 1503. 1503 is a Simple Finance, SFIN. It is called as a Simple Finance. Okay, now Simple Finance is the add-on. Simple Finance is not a application. Okay, Simple Finance is the add-on on the top of your application, as I told you in the first class, initial class. When I taken the demo also, I told the same thing. Simple Finance is nothing but an add-on. Okay, you can see here. Okay, SAP Simple Finance with 2.2 or whatever maybe. Okay, Simple Finance. Okay, it is the add-on. It is an add-on. Now, when I go with SAP Simple Finance as add-on, where my application is on SAP ECC, still we need the SAP HANA as a database, or you can work on with any other databases. If I go with the Simple Finance as an add-on, very much important. And this is the certification question. Please, very, very important. If I go with an option of Simple Finance as an add-on with a 1503, still I can use as an Oracle database, or it is mandatory that first I need to migrate my database to the HANA database, then I can go for the add-on with the Simple Finance. It's absolutely right. Oracle database or any other database cannot be work with SAP Simple Finance. First, you have to migrate your database to the SAP HANA database, then I can go with the Simple Finance as an add-on. Very, very important this is. So it is an add-on. So apart from that, okay, you are using the HANA as a database, which is going to be the live HANA database. So you can integrate your cloud components. You can integrate your third-party cloud components with your add-ons also. Okay, this is I'm talking in 2015. I'm talking. So when you come to the 2015 with the 2016, okay, we came out with SAP S4 HANA. That is 1511. First SAP S4 HANA release for both cloud and for both on-premise. For both cloud and both for on-premise. Till 1503 we don't have the cloud option. It's only for the on-premise. 1503. But when I release the 1511, when I call it the SAP S4 HANA, it is released for both cloud and on-premise. Now you can see here, these are the cloud components. SAP SuccessFactors is the cloud component, Concur is the cloud component, and SAP Ariba is the cloud component. This is your on-premise system. This is your on-premise system. So on the on-premise system, you are going to be integrating with other third-party cloud. Means these are going to be called as the cloud components. Now, in the 1610, this is the digital transformation. From here, we can call it as the digital transformation. From the 1610 onwards. From the 1610 onwards, we are going to be calling it as the digital transformation of the world, where all the digital core, we can call SAP S4 HANA digital core. 1610 is called as the SAP S4 HANA digital core. Now 1709 and 1809 is called as a digital core with a digital innovation. Digital core with a digital innovation. What is the digital innovation? Now we brought the SAP Leonardo into the place. We brought the SAP Leonardo into the place now. Okay, in the digital core and with the digital innovation. Digital innovation is nothing but SAP Leonardo. So this is what exactly you can see the evolution of SAP S4HANA architecture from the 5.03 from the 1503 to till 1809. Now here, okay. Business value advisor here. What do you mean by business value advisor? I am a new customer. Hey, I am a new customer. I want to go with SAP S4 HANA now. Okay. So what type of industry you are using? Is it oil and petroleum, or it is a media, or it is the insurance company, or it is the banking industry, or it is a service industry? So now what I just want to look out for the benefits now. Okay. Now 26 industry specific solutions are going to be implemented in SAP S4 right now. 26 industry specific solutions can be addressed. Okay, in SAP S4 HANA. Now, for example, okay, which industry you want to look out for here? Okay, now here, these are the industries. Okay, these are the specific industries now we are going to be looking out for here. Okay, now for example, I want to go with the oil and gas. Example, I'm taking oil and gas. Okay, I chosen the oil and gas as an option. What process, what line of business you want to see? Either it is a finance or sales, or it is a marketing, or it is a service. What is the line of business? Okay, if I choose the line of business, very, very important here, I cannot see the wastage of my data actually. I cannot see the waste of it. The complete line of business process has been designed in SAP S4HANA. Earlier, we don't have the concept of line of business. Now from the SAP S/4HANA, from the digital innovation, we brought this line of business concept into the picture from 1610 onwards. So which line of business you want to choose? Hey, for example, I want to choose the finance. Where is the finance here? Yeah, finance is the one of the line of business here. Here you can see manufacturing, cash to order, procurement, okay, sales, supply chain, all these are there. Okay, I want to choose the line of business for the finance. Okay, can you show me the benefits for the oil and industry based on the line of business called as finance? Now, yes, I want to compute it. One second. It will come out with an output. This is the protocol system actually, which has been designed from the SAP side actually. This is not our, okay, so SAP designed the protocol. One second, it will come. Why the zero result has come? Oil and gas. One second. When I see the automotive, they are not being brought down. Yeah. See here, these are the outcomes. See here. So when you see the invoice processing time, hey, if I am into the SAP ECC, the invoice processing time is taking up to more than 50 to 30 minutes for me. Now, what is the same invoice processing if I apply into the SAP S/4HANA? What is the time? So if I click on the invoice processing time, see, this is what exactly you are going to do. So it is greater than 15% of the decrease in the processing time for the invoices. Greater than 15% means the whatever the 15 to 30 minutes you are asking, the 30 to 15 to 30% of the time is getting decreased to the greater performance giving if you are moving on to the SAP S/4HANA here. So like this. So what is the result? How you can show the result here? If I click on the case study, here's the case study, live example. It is not just like we are saying that 15% or 20%. There are some live examples have been brought down here. See, live examples means, as I told you that, okay. So many companies have been given their data to us, okay. We have done a lot of research and we have done a lot of, okay. So survey in the market after the SAP S/4HANA implementation has been done. This survey has been proved that, okay. This is what exactly the outcome of the results. You can see here. This is the survey we have done. So 10%. Reduction in the global settlement schedule, greater than 15% decrease in the processing time for the invoice, and it is a faster delivery of the management report. So this is the survey which we have got it from the many clients actually. It is not just like survey what we have been collected. This is the press release survey which is got. So you can see a lot of advantages. Not only one thing. If you see the customer lead time, finance reporting efficiency, data processing performance, so it has to show some improvement from the SAP ECC to SAP S/4HANA. How much improvement you are going to be showing? Then only the client will accept our product. If the client doesn't want, if you're not able to show the efficiency, if you're not able to show the performance, why the client has to go with SAP S/4HANA? They are much satisfied with the SAP ECC system. They are much satisfied with the SAP ECC system right now. Why should I go? You should explain to them. You are a consultant. You are an SAP consultant, SAP S/4HANA consultant. When you are approaching to a client, you have to be in a feasible. You have to be in a state that you have to explain all these benefits to him. You have the 15% of the time duration performance improvement when you are doing the invoice processing. You have to take this calculator. You have to take this calculation and you have to show them the live examples like this. This is all premise. I'm talking about the on premise. I'm not talking from the SAP point of view. It is on premise. Okay. So this is something about the end of the financial closing, how the financial closings are going to be, what is the impact, 20 to 40% of the reduction in the audit cost, 40 to 50% reduction in the days to close the manual books, 20 to 40% reduction in the GL and the financial closing cost, okay, 5 to 10% reduction in the business process and the operational. What more we are expecting, tell me now. I mean to say that every client I'm asking in the world, what you're more expecting, and still we are in the streamlining process. Still we can come out, still we can increase these figures to 60%, 70% in the coming versions. But as of now, in the till 1809, we brought down up to 50, 60, 70% of the volume. The performance has been brought down into the more effective and efficiency level. We are still working. We are coming out with 1909. We are coming out with 2009 in the coming releases. So in the coming releases, you can see much more effective and efficiency results. We can increase this 50% to 70% also in the coming releases. Lot many things we have been brought on. What the client is going to be expecting. This is what the client is expecting from our side. Then why client cannot accept our product? Tell me now. Why the client still want to work on with SAP ECC? If you are bringing these many advantages, mostly from the database point of view, data point of view, then definitely he can go with SAP S/4HANA. These are the what are the improved bit. This is the differences between the 1709 and 1809. If you see all the components wise, this is SAP S/4HANA 1809. So when I come to the finance, we have integrated with the Concur solution. Okay, we have the GRIR monitoring, that is goods receipt and invoice receipt monitoring is the new app has been come out. Proposed accruals, cash application has been brought down now. New cash application has been brought down. This is new application. Okay, complaints framework and the group reporting is one of the main important now in SAP S/4HANA 1809. And the closing cockpit has been improved a lot, and real time and the predictive processing now from the database point of view. So these are the new features which have been added in SAP S/4HANA from the finance side. We'll explain all this when you're starting the classes, actual classes. This is not only from the finance side. If you see from various other modules also, if you see from various other components in SAP S/4HANA, in all the components I can see that, okay, there are some changes, improvements have been done between the 1709 to the 1809. What is this cash application here? Cash application is nothing but now there is an automated clearing of invoices based on the open item management. Automatically the system will clear here. This is what cash application. This is what. So there is a new cash application has been brought on. Automatically match the payment with open receivables and clear the payments. Now automatically, which is going to be done with the help of your machine learning process. Machine learning is a concept of robotics. So you have to make the machine to learn the concept automatically. What it will identify all the open items on the due dates, and it will clear the payment. It will make the payments, and it will clear all the open item management activities. It's a completely cash application process now from today onwards. Your manual efforts have been completely dropped down. Automatically, system will take care of all the processing of the cash application process from today onwards. Receivables and the payables also. Whatnot, lot of improvements are going to be coming. Okay, reduce the cost of sales service, reduce the AR management cost. This is what exactly AR management cost. Automatically match the payments with the open receivables. Open receivables is nothing but which has to be received automatically. So a lot of changes have been brought down. These are the changes which we can see in the SAP.
I'm
Yes,
sorry.
sir.
So the three-way matches, they are going to eliminate it from the 1809?
Which one three-way matching you're talking about? GRIR?
No, yeah, GRIR, also the AP processing, we match with the invoice and the thing, right?
No, it is eliminated. That is what I'm telling. That is what I'm telling now. That the process of matching of the invoices with the outgoing payments and the remittance, that has been removed from the today from the SAP one.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So, but what is GRIR monitor new function?
GRIR monitoring a new function is nothing but earlier till yesterday, what we are going to do, the GRIS monitoring is going to be happen manually to see the data flow with FDAP. What is the total GRs we have done, what are the total IRs we have done, where the balance is going to be lying. Now automatically, the system automatically, no need to use any kind of reports for the GRIR monitoring. There is the app which has been provided from the SAP. So automatically the system will give the provided information about the GRIR application. We'll see in the system. Now this is done automatically. This is done automatically.
What do you mean automatically? Means
I'll bring out. Let me bring out all these focuses now. I'll bring all these focuses. We'll do this all the aspects in the classes. So just if we discuss on one topic, so we can lag the time. So definitely we are discussing all this into the classes, coming classes. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the 1809. This is the 1809. 1809 is nothing but we call it as SAP S/4HANA, and this is the cloud. See, this is the cloud. Cloud is completely different from your SAP. So this is the SAP S/4HANA cloud. This is the this is the new available. Okay, this is not required. Yeah, here this is what. Till now, 9,500 plus customers have taken the license customers, and 4,500 plus customers have gone for the deployment projects, and 20, this is what I told them, 25 industry specific solutions have been addressed in SAP S/4HANA right now with 160 countries. with 160 countries have been already been went into the go live. As of now, I'm telling about, and 38 languages can be supported.
Hey Mahesh, 1809 only on premise.
1809 is only on premise. Yes, exactly. 1709, 1610, sorry, 1511, 1610, 1809, 1709, and 1809. These all four are going to be the on-premise releases.
Okay. Then what is called cloud? I mean, is any release number for cloud?
Yeah, cloud is quarterly innovation cycle actually. Cloud, see, in every year we have a okay, in every year I'm talking about 4 quarters will be there. January to February, January to March, April to May, like this 4 quarters will be there. So in the cloud, every yearly there will be 4 quarter release clouds are going to be done. See, for example, now we are running with 1809. Okay. Now, in the month of October, cloud version has been released. 1810 has been released. 1810 is the cloud, not on-premise. Okay, and then they are coming out with 1901 in the next month. 1901 is the cloud version. They'll come out with 1904. 1904 is the cloud. So every quarterly, we can see the cloud innovation cycles are going to be coming. But when you come to the on-premise, it is the yearly innovation cycle. Now, current cloud version is 1810, which is running in the market. 1810, 1811, I think. Okay, so which is running in the market.
So if we implement on cloud method, we are always at latest cloud, right?
Exactly, exactly. So automatically you are participating in the quarterly innovation cycle. Yeah. But when you come to the on-premise, you are participating in yearly innovation cycle. So you can upgrade your 1710 to 1809. Upgrade is also available. Upgrade to the 1610 to the 1709, or upgrade directly from the 1610 to 1809. No need to follow the process like, hey, I am a 1610 customer. If I want to upgrade to 1809, shall I first I have to move to the 1709, then from the 1709 I should come to the 1809? No. Directly you can migrate from 1610 to 1809. So here, this is the PPT. I just want to explain actual today's class. Okay, this is the PPT. So here, this is what exactly the logic. So these are the on-premises. See here. Still now, we have been seen here. 1511, 1610, 1709, and 1809. These are the on-premise releases. These all are going to be called as on-premise releases. So system conversion. These are the 3 different approaches: system conversion, new implementation, and the landscape transformation. The system conversion is nothing but you are moving from SAP ERP to SAP on-premise. See, I told the system conversion is only applicable for the on-premise, not for the cloud. See here. But when I go with a greenfield implementation with the new implementation, either you are into the SAP ERP earlier, you are an existing customer, or you're a new customer, or you have any third-party customer. Okay. Now you can use both on-premise or you can go with the clouds. When I call it the landscape transformation, you are having a multiple systems. You have a lot many ERP systems with you right now. Okay. Now I want to consolidate everything into one system. Means you want to bring everything into one system. That everything bringing into one system is only permitted in the on-premise. In the cloud, there is no landscape transformation. So only cloud is applicable. Only if I see the cloud is only applicable with the new implementation, not even the conversion, not for the landscape transformation process.
Hey Mahesh, but if we implement cloud method, but a cloud will update every quarterly. So for consultants, how to capture the latest update function for cloud?
No. As a consultant, that is what exactly. So if any new cloud release is going to be releases, okay, there is an update has been sent from the SAP to all the customers, existing cloud customers, that we are upgrading. That we are the new release, that is 1901 is going to be approaching. So we are automatically upgrading your release from the 1811 to 1901. So it is not from the company. We don't have any dedicated consultant. The SAP is going to do the upgrade from the that is the existing cloud version to the new cloud version. If you don't want to, and they'll make you the heads up. They will send a complete information about the 1909. What are the new features which have been brought down in the 1909? And if you have any kind of business process change, now let us know that we can bring down into the 1909. So if you don't want to release, if you don't want to upgrade your cloud release from the current existing cloud release to the next coming cloud release, you can tell to the SAP that we don't want to go for any kind of upgrade release. So let it be with the 1810. So we are comfortable with that, and there is no process improvement from your side. No new process has to be improved. So we are currently working as it is only. So then the SAP will take into consideration that you are not going to be upgrading to the 1901. So it's completely on your license, on your side. It's completely on your permission whether you want to upgrade your system to the next cloud version or you want to remain with the same cloud version.
To manage cloud system controlled by SAP, right? Is not
Exactly. No. We are not controlling it. We don't. That is what I'm telling from the past classes. We don't have our own dedicated IT system or don't have any dedicated persons working with us. Completely controlled by the SAP only.
Do we need to do the UAT for every cloud update?
Yes, 100%. See, whatever the new business process we are adopting to the changes, completely 100%. First of all, until or unless if you're not confirming the UAT confirmation, they will not move the changes to the production.
And any customization, what we done in our cloud or what we do with this?
No, we are not going to do any kind of customization. It's completely controlled by the SAP only. You have to tell this is the business process change. This is the process we have to just adopt. Okay, you have to give the complete functional solution to them. I mean, it's a functional specification to them.
So
So
there
based
is
on
no customization in cloud. Is that correct?
means sir, what sir?
There is no customization if you go with the cloud?
No customization, sir.
Okay.
So, like no Z reports of our own, right? If I'm having my own.
No. You have to go with SAP standards. That's what in the first, I think I showed one slide to all of you. I think difference between the on-premise and the cloud in the demo session.
I saw that, but I have this code. If I have a Z report, what will I do? Because some my previous organization, for example, heavy lift manufacturer, they had like 6, 7 countries. We had a lot of customization reports, right? What we will do?
See, sir. One thing I can tell you, you have a shared database system with other customers. That's what I'm telling you. You have a shared database system with other customers, but when I come to the Z reports, yes, your Z reports are only applicable only for your bucket, not for other bucket, because you're not sharing the application of other buckets. Mean to say that, see, SAP S4HANA Cloud, the database is going to be the same. You are taking the part of the database, you're taking the license of the database, but your application is completely isolated with you. Your application is completely isolated with you only. So whatever the new enhancements or the Z reports you required only for your business company process, that is dedicated for you, not for the other customers. That option we are going to be providing to you, madam.
Yeah, that's okay. That's what I want to know. Thank you.
That option we have to provide to you.
So Mahesh, Prem here. Can you hear me?
Yes, Prem. Good morning. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. So one question is, so SAP apparently is trying to move, in a long run, they are trying to move everyone to cloud because they are going to manage the IT systems and customers' databases and everything will be sitting on the cloud, right?
Cloud is that is what exactly. Not moving on to the cloud, actually, that has not taken into the consideration as of now. So at present, by 2025, by 2024 to 25, it has made an heads up to all the clients that, okay, we are not going to be support. You are not going to have any kind of support from the SAP if you are still on the SAP ECC with ERP application. So you have to migrate your system to the SAP S4HANA on-premise. So that confirmation we have been got out. But when I call it as a cloud, it is not a compulsory that, as we are discussing, that is not a compulsory that every customer by this so and so date you have to be in the cloud. No on-premise is not going to be supported. No, we know where it has been.
No, I understand.
Yeah,
I understand that part. So on-premise, fine, but I think their goal eventually, SAP as a corporation, their goal in very, very long term will be to put people on cloud because they can earn more revenue.
Exactly. That we have to wait and see. Why? Because they are bringing this digital innovation with the digital transformation process. Now that we have to wait and see now, sir. But till now,
all right, okay.
We are on the safe hands. Till now, we are on the safe hands. For the next 15 to 20 years, we are on the safe hands. Okay, but don't know at what for the SAP is going to streamline all this process into one box. But still, the streamlining is going on. So at present, we don't have any kind of press release from the SAP that this is what exactly which is going to be happening in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. So. Yeah, this is what exactly today I just want to discuss with you, all of you. I just want to make it as enlarge to 150%. See, I take a customer, okay, who is onto the SAP Simple Finance add-on, okay, that is going to be, okay, this is, and one more thing I just want to tell you, 1511, 1610, 1709 and 1809 are on-premise releases, very, very important. And we have 1605 also. We have 1605, which is SAP S4HANA Finance, only for the finance, very, very important. It is only if a customer want to have a license of only the financial component of SAP S4HANA, you can go with the 1605. 1605 is only for the SAP S4HANA Finance. It is not SAP S4HANA with all the modules. Only for finance, they have released a new release called as SAP S4HANA Finance with the 1605. Yeah. So these are the targets. Okay, and very, very important, if any customer who has taken a license of SAP S4HANA Finance, only for the finance, if you want to upgrade his system to the 1511, or if you want to upgrade his system to the 1610, or whether you want to upgrade your system, okay, so for the 1605 to 1511, there is no support. Very, very important. Okay, we are not, SAP is very clearly telling that there is no support from the 1605 to 1511, where you can, okay, where if you want to move on to the 1605 to the 1610 or 1605 to the 1709, we are going to be providing the support, but not from the 1605 to 1511 over here. Very information. This is what exactly upgrading your system. This is what exactly you're upgrading your releases from the oncoming on-premise releases over here. A completely transition path to the 1709, 1709 to 1809. Now, one more thing also, very, very important to all of you. Till 1610, we are using SAP S4HANA 1.0 release, HANA database. I'm talking from the database point of view. But from the 1709, it is a mandate that you have to go for this 2.0 also. This is the new release of SAP S4. This is new release of SAP HANA database. Okay, now see, you can see this is the system upgrades. Okay, so this all the slides, I'll just share it with you, all of you, not to worry about that. Okay, this is the upgrade of the database. Okay, when you're upgrading the database from system to this, already we have discussed in the previous classes also. Okay, how the database is going to be upgraded. Okay, you are already there on SAP S4HANA version. Okay, you are already there on SAP S4HANA version 1610 or 1511. Just I want to upgrade my database from 1.0 to 2.0. Yes, you can upgrade the database. This is the upgradation part. So a lot of things are there. I'll explain these all the things in the coming classes. Okay, this is the simplification item when I move on to the SAP S4HANA from the SAP ECC to SAP S4HANA. This we'll discuss in the coming class. Okay, this is about the today's session. Any doubts? I think we have covered major important aspects about the SAP S4HANA and SAP HANA database. So these 5 classes, about the 5.5 hours, we have completely stuck on to the SAP S4HANA database only. See how importance we are giving on to the SAP S4HANA. Is it required that we should go still reading on the books? No, I don't think so. According to my assumption, I'm talking.
So you'll be sharing with us all these slides, right?
Definitely, madam. I'll give all the slides, and we are starting with a new process of SAP S4HANA conversion from the next coming classes. Very, very important topics we are coming. Okay. Now, this still here we are done only we are just removed the dust from the SAP S4HANA. Just we are removed the dust. We are now we have to open the first page of SAP S4HANA from today onwards.
Awesome. Okay, thank you, Mahesh.
So, do we have any reading material available which we can refer before we go for the class?
Definitely, I'll give the SAP F04 material is there in your block, SAP F04. So that is the material you can start reading from that. SAP F04.
Okay,
F04?
F04.
Mahesh,
F01 also, and you can also read, okay, if you want all the introduction, whatever the introduction we have done till now, you can get all the introduction in every material. If you go for F01, F02, F03, F04, you can you can refer to any books, you will get all this information. Yes,
perfect. Thank you.
Okay, Mahesh. I want to know whether there is any special certification material to prepare for this, or is your slides enough?
More than slides or more than it is not based, madam. I'm telling from the starting of the class, this is not for the certification, it is behind the certification. I'm making you all the consultants as an awareness about the SAP S4HANA. If I want to prepare at the basic level of certification, I don't require all these slides. Just 1 or 2 classes are enough.
Oh, okay, awesome. Okay, no. What I'm asking is for example, if there's MBA finance, right? We have some books to read before the exam. So there is.
I'll tell, madam. I'll tell. Before that, I'll tell what are the books you have to refer. Okay, definitely.
Awesome.
I'll give the information on that.
Thank you, Mahesh. Thank you. Have a nice trip. Bye.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Sorry, Mahesh, still have a question. So for the cloud implementation, do we still need a consultant, or is everything controlled by SAP?
Everything no need of any consultant from your office side, madam. Everything will be done from the SAP side only. No need to require any kind of manpower efforts which has to be a license for your version. So everything will be controlled from the SAP only.
But if we, for example, configure company code, chart of account, everything also done by
that
SAP?
will be done from the SAP. Only you have to do the testing. Whether all the business process has been addressed in the cloud or not, only you have to do the testing and you have to give the confirmation to them.
Okay, so that means with the cloud method, no need consultant. There will have less consultant requirement in the future.
Exactly. You're right. Absolutely right. Thank you very much.
So do we have class? Do we have class on next Friday, December 21st, Mahesh?
If you want, I'll keep the class. If you don't want, okay, that is what I'm telling. So next week, actually,
No,
I'll be
I'm asking
traveling.
you. I'm not saying we want or not. I'm checking with you whether so Monday to Thursday will be there, right? But Friday will be there, correct?
Next Thursday will not. Yeah, next Friday will not be there. The class.
Okay. And what about December 24, which is the Christmas Eve?
That we'll share, sir. By 2 or 3 days, we'll share the timetable for you, all of you. Okay. So I don't have idea whether the Xenantech, whether we are whether we are having classes or not.
Yeah, because they will be closed, right, for Christmas.
Correct.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I don't know how many people are in US, but in US we have holidays, May. So if you consider off, so I prefer to be off on that day.
Yeah, sure.
So
And
because
next
24, 25, 26 will be all holidays in US actually, US, Canada.
Correct.
Yeah, correct. I'll speak. I'll come out with the timetable by next 2 days, sir. Please, eh?
Okay, thank you. It will help us actually to plan our time.
Oh, thank you. One more actually next week. So please go on through the blogs. Okay, so go to the blogs and see my discussions. Okay, see whether if I have a network connectivity over there, definitely I'll post some information in the blog so that tomorrow we have a class. Please, I request everybody every day just go to the blogs and read. See whether we have a class tomorrow, because I confirm that I'm just moving on to the African country, so there will be no network connectivity. So by God grace, if there is a network connectivity, we are going to have the classes for the next week. So just
okay.
go to the blogs and see whether we have a class tomorrow or not next coming week. Okay.